Hi everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Broken Sword 3, The Sleeping Dragon, where we are in Egypt and we're just about to head into whatever this is that we've opened up with the carjack handle, so...
I didn't want to close it again.
We're not gonna close it again, we're gonna head inside.
This was the end game.
Ooh.
As we entered the tunnel, I wondered what was waiting for us.
Does that mean the end game of the game in general, or just this section? Ooh, look at this. Oh, that's the thing they took, isn't it? So it's apart from this machine, whatever that is. Ooh, okay. So I wonder what this does. Does it control, like, the... Was it something to do with the weather or something?
Tell me that wasn't the entrance ceiling behind us.
But Nico, it was.
Just tell me.
Hey, lucky that wasn't the entrance ceiling behind us, or we could be entombed here for eternity.
Thanks, George. By the way, have you got the torch?
The flashlight? No, I thought you had it.
No, we swapped on the plane.
But then we swapped again in the truck.
Aha, but we swapped again on the walk.
Nico?
You're right. Let's just feel our way around.
I mean, so it's
Hey, what's this? Feels nice.
George.
Right, sorry.
George. Oh.
Mon Dieu. Look at all these guys.
Must have been some party.
Seems to be an easy place to die in.
Oh, good.
I wouldn't worry. Well, not yet, anyway. Give it another 5 minutes.
How are we going to get out?
We'll be okay. Hey, did I ever tell you about that one time in Syria?
At length. Sometimes with diagrams.
Of course. Well, yeah.
Yo!
Oh my god, what is
Where did
that?
he come from?
I am Anubis, guardian of the temple.
Anubis? But he was the god who guarded the underworld.
Look at the decor. Says underworld to me.
If you come to this place, then you seek power.
Some kind of ancient hologram.
But power may be bestowed only on those with the authority to use it,
Okay.
and the wisdom to bear its burden. You must pass 2 tests to prove that you are ready.
Tests, eh?
In this chamber, you shall prove your authority to go onwards.
And if we can't?
It's a recording, George.
Yeah, I know. Just trying to get a dialogue.
With a hologram. Well, I'm guessing if not, we'll
I
die.
think you scared him off.
Strange how he spoke in English.
English? He spoke in perfect French.
Ooh. That's interesting. So it seems that it's interpreted in whatever language you speak, your native
Hey, Nico.
language. Let's talk about us.
Another day, another ancient temple complex. Hey, Nico?
Please don't start with your tales of daring do around the world, George. I am really not in the mood.
Oh, come on. All right, let's talk about Petra.
What twists somebody up into a psycho like Petra?
Who cares?
You think maybe with psychiatric help, maybe...
She's a fully functional killer, and she loves it. You didn't see her luggage. She carries tools to dismantle people.
She does.
Well, that doesn't mean she's a bad person.
Yes, it does. Now shut up about her.
You're making Nico jealous, George. Stop it. Right, let's have a look around this place, shall we? Lots of skeletons. There's obviously something there that we've got to look at. Nothing over here. I doubt we can open this back
There was no
up.
way I could reopen it.
No. All right. Well, we're going to have to do something with this then. What have we got here? We've got the symbols that look like the things...
It was beautifully made. Massive, but beautifully made.
Okay.
The door was massive and sealed. It would have taken explosives to get through.
So those...
Plenty of explosives.
Those symbols are the ones on these stones, right? Those ones there. So you can see the Omega is on the right, then the Psi stone is at the top, and then there's the Alpha symbol. So I'm guessing we just use...
I inserted the fishy Alpha stone. It went home with a satisfying click.
Right, so it seems like we've got to put all of these in.
I inserted the stone with the Nile Delta marking. Yep, that goes there, sure enough.
Okay, and then the Omega stone.
I inserted the stone with the Omega marking. Yep, that's where it belongs, all right.
Oh, okay. Well, let's open that up.
Hey, Nico. We're on a roll.
Just as well we had the symbols of authority. The temple priests must have carried them back when the early pharaohs used this place.
No wonder people thought they were gods.
Yeah, good point.
That test had been almost too easy. I hated to think what might follow.
Yeah, I mean, all we had to do was have certain items for that, so I'm guessing there's going to be like a test of wits or something.
We found
coming up.
ourselves in another chamber. It looked like one of those puzzles psychologists spring on kids. Except bigger. Fancy a game? You start.
Oh, he's back.
I wish you wouldn't do that.
You have shown that you have the authority to reach this point. Now you must show that you have the wisdom to progress further.
We're screwed then.
Listen.
Attend to my tale of Horus, the lawkeeper. Once, Horus walked in the land of men. By the banks of the Nile, he discovered a guardian of the watch with a murderer in his custody. A frightened witness to the crime, and the dead man's brother who was pressing the charge. The guardian wished to take the criminal, the witness, and the victim's brother to the tribunal building that stood on the far bank. There is no ferryman here, the guardian told Horus. How may I take this man to meet justice? Horus replied, I shall carry you across. Yet there are 3 of them, mighty Horus, said the guardian. The dead man's brother is full of wrath, and will surely strike down the accused if they are left together. And if the malefactor is even once left alone with the witness, he will surely put fear into the witness, and a trial will found him. Thus, putting his faith in the wisdom of Horus, the guardian took his leave. So Horus considered for a time. Then he carried his 3 charges across the river, back and forth, and in 7 degrees carried them all across, so that the murderer and the witness were never once left together out of the presence of Horus. Nor yet were the brother and the murderer left together out of the presence of Horus. And the witness gave his evidence without fear or corruption, and justice was served.
Okay.
Thus, mark the wisdom of Horus. Your trial is to echo that wisdom. My tale is laid out, ready to be retold, degree by degree.
Right.
Fail, and you will progress no further. But mark me, deceit, improbity, or malfeasance are prohibited.
What did he say?
The guy's clearly a lawyer. It means no cheating.
George would know.
They will be punishable by death,
Or a judge.
and his associates shall be ejected from this place, never again to be granted entrance.
Okay, so we've got to
Hey, Nico.
replicate his story. Let's talk about some of these things first.
I gotta admit, I'm worried.
George, that's not like you.
What if we're too late? What if Susarro is too far ahead of us to stop?
We don't know that. And we don't give up.
Yeah.
Who said anything about giving up? I just wonder how difficult he's gonna be to take down when we catch up with him.
Oh, probably very. Petra.
Nico,
Yes.
have you ever considered going blonde?
George!
Okay, forget I said it.
Playing with fire. Panel.
I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing.
Okay, here it is again. It's a logic puzzle, George. You just have to get all 3 figures on the tribunal side of the river. But you can't ever leave the brother and the suspect together while Horus is elsewhere.
Okay.
Same with leaving the suspect and the witness together. Horus can only carry one at a time, and he has to do it all in 7 trips. Got it?
I think so. So we can't leave the murderer with the brother or the other one, and we've got to get them all across to the other
bank of
side,
the
right?
tribunal building was where the cop wanted to take the perp and the witnesses.
Okay, so that's where we've got to get them to. But I guess they're all over. Yeah, they're all over here. So how do we do this? So we can't leave the killer and the witness and the killer or the brother on their own. Oh, we can send him on his own. Okay, so...
No.
What was...
No! Look, George! You've left the victim's brother with the suspect. He'll throttle him.
Ah, fine, fine. Just wanted to see what would happen if we press the panel, that's all. So, if we can't leave them together, then, you know, first thing we're going to have to do is either take the killer across by himself, or take the witness and the brother across, right?
Put the brother on Horus, please.
Oh, okay, so we can only do one at a time.
Please put down the brother.
Okay, so let's take the killer across first.
Put the killer on Horus, please.
So let's send him across like that. So that's quite simple, right? So he puts the killer down there.
The first crossing of the river.
Now we want him to come back. Yeah, so come back. So now we can take one of the others across, right? So who do we want to take? I don't think it really matters, does it?
Put the brother on Horus, please.
Now you go across. Like so. Okay, then we bring the killer back.
The third crossing of the river.
Because they can't be left together without Horus, right? So let's bring the killer back.
Put the killer on Horus, please.
Bring the killer back. Then we'll swap in the witness. Okay, let's swap in the witness.
The fourth crossing of the river.
Oh yeah, we've got to do it within 7. I forgot about that. Okay, witness can go
Horus,
across.
please take the witness.
Like so. Okay.
The fifth crossing of the river.
Okay, so then if the 6th crossing is going back to get the killer, then the 7th crossing will be taking the killer across, right? So that should be it. Seems quite straightforward.
The sixth crossing of the river.
Okay. Now pick up the killer.
Put the killer on Horus, please.
And then take him across on the 7th. So that should be it, right? It didn't have to be under 7. It said within 7, right?
You've done it, George.
Well, obviously.
Okay, cool. I mean, that wasn't too bad, right? That was relatively easy, actually. I just want to check if there's any items in this room before we head on. Anything around here? Doesn't look like it. Anything down here? No, doesn't look like it. Okay, well, on we go then. Through this door to the next area. So we passed... I think there were only 2
There's
tests.
a glow up ahead. This could be it.
Could
What
be.
if we don't succeed?
Come on, George. It's only the future of the planet.
Yeah, that's right. No big deal.
Alright, well, through we go.
This is taking too long, Oswald.
You want it quick or you want it right?
Both.
There. Just one final turn.
What are you waiting for?
I am scared. That is why I am waiting.
Turn it.
There can be no going back.
Turn it, Ostwald.
In just 24 hours, the dragon energy will burst through.
And I shall have it. Do it now.
Don't want to. Don't do it. Uh-oh. Oh dear.
Cavalry. How tiresome. Flap. Kill them.
Don't kill us, Flap.
Okay, boss.
Okay, there's a button I can press there. Okay, there's another button I can press there. Just watch him for anything appearing in the bottom right corner. Ooh, that looked like it hurt.
Ouch, that hurt.
That really hurt. Ow. Oh, good punch. Good punch, George.
Hey, Nico. How about that?
He was a frail old man, George.
Yeah, but he had a big stick.
You did?
It's good to see you, Bruno.
I like your timing.
That was Nico. She takes days to pack.
How did you find me?
The St. Stephen chapter. Or what was left of him.
They had the third stone, yes?
Yep.
Right. So this is what it's all been about, huh?
It is most remarkable piece of engineering.
Where's the sharp end?
There is no sharp end. Both ends are very blunt.
No, I mean, where does the energy come out?
Ah, not here. The pulse can come anywhere in the world on the dragon lines.
I get it. And this thing tells you where.
Right.
Precisely.
So is it safe now?
Oh, yes. Left alone, it will just power down.
For another 12,000 years?
No, I think forever. We must make sure another Susarro doesn't come along.
What now, George?
How about taking that trip to New York we always promised ourselves?
No, I meant, what do we do with Susarro?
Him? Oh, hand him over to the cops, I guess.
We've still got to find Petra.
Oh yeah, where's Petra? Oh.
Get away from there.
Problem solved, I believe.
Brilliant.
Hey, George, it's your favorite blonde.
Shut up.
My dear, what kept you?
I had some loose ends to tie up.
Never mind. You are here. Ostwald started.
What should I do now?
What do you mean? Kill them, of course.
No, don't do that.
I wasn't talking to you.
What?
She was talking to me, Susarro.
Who is that?
No.
Cannot be.
Who is that?
The Grand Master.
Hey,
Oh.
did we drop a church on you?
How is he
Many
alive?
familiar faces. I'm quite touched.
Petra, explain. I thought you were loyal.
Not to you.
Never trust a woman in a wig, Susarro.
So the Grand Master is alive.
Petra, who found me trapped in the rubble. Petra, who nursed me back from the edge of death.
So, you were a spy all along.
With friends like that, who needs enemies?
Your plan shows an ingenuity that impresses even me.
And now you will steal my work, just as it reaches fruition?
You stole my organization. It seems only fair.
I will not return obediently to your side.
I did not expect you to. You were never one of the sheep, Susarro. You were always the wolf.
I'm flattered.
Don't be. It means I cannot use you.
He's gonna die. Oh. He's getting Emperor zapped.
Holy crap.
Well, that's a way to go out.
Now, if you will forgive me, I have to go.
Shame. But hey, if you're in the neighborhood, drop by.
Petra, make the final adjustment, please.
We spoke too soon, George.
Well, this took a turn.
At last, we are near the end. The day of days.
Well, what's to stop us just turning the thing off again?
Be my guest. It has done its work. The pulse will come, and nothing can stop it now.
Oh dear.
What will you do with us?
Oh, I'm a reasonable man. I'll give you all the same chance George and Nico gave me. when we last met.
If anybody tries to follow us, I'll kill them in a heartbeat.
What did he mean? The same chance we gave him. We didn't give him any chance at all.
That's exactly what he meant. Alright then guys, well, I'll tell you what, we're going to leave it there. Wow, did not see any of this coming. It seems the Grand Templar is alive and behind it all after all. So as always, thank you very much for watching. A big thank you to my patrons, Arcades Games, Wayne, Nate, Terminally Nerdy, Paul from the Phantom Fellows, Lyle, Barry Aldridge Hobo and Numinous for all the support on the channel. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you next time.